Guys.
Yes.
I don't know if I pronounced it right, but what's Södra Latins Gymnasium like?
It's great.
Yeah, it was an awesome time there. It was a very developing time when you were in your 15s to 18s or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So
great developing years.
What sort of gymnasium was it?
It was for everything, but for us it was for becoming a musician. And you were there playing bass, and I was there playing piano. But you could also choose to go study dancing, or just ordinary programs also, like,
social economics or something like that. But the music course was one of the best in Sweden.
Yeah,
I think.
Absolutely.
So, and you were in a class with other people that wanted to work with music also, so it was very developing and great atmosphere there also, I think.
Can anybody go to that school, or do you have to be, well...
You have to try out first, but it's not everybody would... It's not that it costs money to go there.
Okay.
But you do have to play in front of a jury, and then it's 4 bass players, 4 piano players, and 4 singers that gets in every year.
So you have to be good.
Yeah, I guess some people were better than others. I guess there as anywhere else. But
do you still recall your first meeting over there?
Of us?
Yeah.
Recall? Yeah, I recall. I'm not the first meeting.
No, the first meeting I don't recall either because we were so young.
Yeah, I was only 9.
And I was 11.
So
I remember the first time we played together. Jonah played drums and I played bass in my dad's basement, and we played like Green Day and Nirvana covers.
It sounded not so good, probably.
Yeah, I thought you were pretty steady on the beat.
I was very happy.
Yeah, but it was fun. So that was a long time ago.
What made you click music-wise, even at a young age?
We didn't really have a band together at first. We were session musicians, both of us, so we worked together in different formats. When Jonah was hired as a keyboard player and I was hired as a bass player, because that was kind of what we did. But I think we shared. It was very obvious from when we started Dirt Loops, I think, that we shared the same goal and passion about music.
Yeah, but before you start a band together, you must have some sort of musical feeling.
Yeah, I think we're all lucky. I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I was very lucky to be surrounded by Henrik and Aaron, who I very, very much looked up to, and I so much enjoyed their playing, and I loved how they were playing, and I was playing with them too, and those were just turned out to be my favorite ones to play with. And
I guess it was the same reason for me, but it was sort of that it happened by chance, because we were friends and everything, and then we said it would be cool to kind of get together and play some pop song together and try to make something of it. He said it like that. Yeah. No, just to play something together. And I think you were like, I did some chords for this song. Let's try that. And that kind of was it. Then we kept going with it, but it was really no plan at all. So.
But did you stumble upon the way you make music together now? You call it classic jazz jam? I don't know.
No, that's from our Wikipedia page. That's someone that said that we call it that. It's not a classical jazz jam in any way.
What is for you? What is the first time you played together and actually started Dirty Loose? What sort of music was it if you compare it to the album now?
Are you gonna stick around for the show tonight?
I'm not now.
Yeah, we're gonna play the exact song that we played on the first jam, and it was a cover of a pop song that we changed the chords to and changed the groove to. So I guess the format or the concept of the band at that point was from the first time we played together. We never talked about it. It just happened, kind of.
Yeah.
What song was it?
Please Don't Stop the Music by Rihanna.
And why this song?
No particular reason, just that this song we could probably do something with, and we just chose something very quickly to have something to play.
Yeah, we did a lot of, we played behind a lot of pop artists and a lot of cover bands and everything like that. So I guess it's the same reason if 5 jazz musicians open the real book and like, yeah, let's do all the things you are. And it was, that was kind of the reason, I guess.
And the Dirty Loops, who came up with the...
a friend, actually. who sent a list of a bunch of names, and the Dirty Loops was one of them. So it's not fancy at all, the whole process. It's just how it happened.
But why did you pick this
I don't
name?
know, it stands
was
out.
the best one of the hits on the list.
It kind of fits in some weird way, and nobody ever complained about it, so there you go.
Yeah.
But have you asked him what did he mean with this, with the name Dirty Loops?
Not really.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, everyone asks what the story behind it is, and this is the story. I mean, like Henrik said on the last interview, that we should come up with maybe a better story behind this. But
it feels like everything kind of happened by accident.
Yeah. And then, well, you have your first album out, Loopified. And when you started on this album, what did you discuss with each other?
It was also, we discussed it like, maybe we're with a record company now that's kind of big, and maybe we should do things a little more commercial or something like that. So we tried that for a while. And then, of course, that didn't work out because that was not us. And then we basically got back to exactly what we always did. And then it worked again. So that's the short version of it, but that's basically what happened.
But what is it what you do together normally when you play music, and how the songs end up on this album? How would you describe it?
I would describe it as, first we wrote probably 50 or 60 sketches of really simple pop songs. And then, of course, a lot of them really sucked, and then we worked on them for one day and like, this is going nowhere. So, and then after that, we started with maybe there were 20 or 25 ones that were still in the loop.
Yep.
But
no pun intended.
No pun intended. But and then we started to arrange those, and then I don't know, around 10 of those fell out because we didn't find the proper arrangement for them, and then we struggled with the last 15 that turned into 10 in the end.
Yeah. Well, let's pick then one song, Wake Me Up. It's from a fellow countryman, Avicii, and Eloy Black. How do you start this song? What did you look for? What was the hook for you that you started working on?
That song, I think, it was an easy choice for some reason, because we really liked the song already, and I was actually afraid that we would not be able to come up with something that would be good enough. But then Henrik came up with this riff in the intro, this almost guitar-like riff, and that kind of opened up the whole song.
Yeah, and then you basically did the rest of the chorus for the song.
Yeah, I did, but it's just that's the first thing that you have to look at. The most important thing is to find a vision, and that's what you did, and which opened up to everything. So, I'm very happy with what we came up with. So,
what is the first single?
Hit Me was the first single in Japan, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know what it will be. It will be different in different markets, I think. So we will have to rehearse a lot, I guess.
Have you made a video clip of a song? Have you made a video to a song?
Hit Me, we did one exactly like the old ones. That was actually before the album, but we're discussing the music video right now, so it's probably going to be a real one for some song in some format. But we don't really know yet.
No, we don't really know.
Sorry, can you wait a little bit? Why not?
Ik moet dit klaar hebben om 4 uur.
Hey, ik heb nog 5 of 10 minuten nodig.
Ik zal zo snel mogelijk.
Okay. It's making a lot of noise now. Okay, then the Hit Me song. The Hit Me song. How did you start out with that song?
That was an idea that I wrote. And it basically had all the parts, only that it sounded completely different. It had a completely different format with, it sounded like very much like a pop song, dance hit song. But we kind of liked the idea, we liked the song in itself, and it was yeah, hitty, or catchy. Then we just got into the studio and rearranged that, and that became a little bit like the breaking point where we knew where to go with the rest of the album, where we actually could reharmonize and create something different with our own song.